So this was my offer. I created my offer in Kajabi, and it was a $47 offer. I had a product because even though I taught this as a live workshop, obviously I promised people who bought that they'd have a recording. And I'm going a little out of order, but I want you to know, and this could get confusing, where you add your order bump and add the upsell is in different places in Kajabi. So remember, order bump is intended to be the, do you want fries with that? And give them the option to add that as they're purchasing the SLO. The upsell happens afterwards. So the upsell is attached to the SLO offer. This is confusing because it's in a different place. So what happens with an upsell is it will ask you, do you want to turn on an upsell? And then you need to have an offer. So the good news is, because mine was a 1-hour coaching call, I didn't need a product. I just needed an offer, or what is known as a ghost offer, something that's not connected to a Kajabi product. So when you have, so you can see I can make this active or inactive. But what happens is if I click on this upsell, you're going to see, once again, I can turn it on or off. And I, named what it was and title, subtitle, etc. I opted not to put a lot of information in here because I put a video. So this 1.5-minute video was, I explained to them what this upsell was. I preview it. They could either click make additional purchase, and then they wouldn't have to re-enter their credit card, or they could say no thanks, take me to my purchase. So the good thing is we can now customize that information. So instead of make additional purchase, you could put in a more stronger worded call to action. The cancellation, you could make it a different wording if you wanted to. You could do, and you can control the video actions if you want closed captioning, and you could autoplay the video. So that was the upsell. So that's important. You create your SLO product, if it's going to be a product, create your SLO offer, create your upsell offer, and then you attach the upsell offer to the SLO offer. Now you're asking me what happened to the order bump. Okay, so what happens to the order bump is it was also an offer. Actually, in my case, it was also a product because I was delivering additional training. So it was another product, and I had to create an offer for it. And then under my checkout, and you note that I'm using the new checkout design, you see down here, there is the option to add an order bump. So I selected the order bump, the offer for the order bump, and then I added some text here where I outlined what they were going to get as part of that. The other thing I want to point out too is I'm not using a sales page. Because this is a really low cost offer, I'm sending them directly to a checkout, and then I'm pretty much using the Kajabi checkout as a sales page. So I went into detail. Now remember, again, these were live workshops, so I let them know there were 2 dates. With their purchase, they could attend either or both if they wanted to. It was exactly the same content. They got the replays within 48 hours after. And then I gave them a list of what they would receive, including bonuses, a website creation checklist, how to organize your website assets, how to add the Google fonts, etc. Now, over here is the order bump. So the one thing is when they add it, or when they want to take advantage of the order bump, if you can see down here, it's really tiny. So that's where that is set up. And then the idea is, because you know that typically with Kajabi, people can't order more than, or can't purchase on a checkout more than one thing. And it does process the transactions separately. So they're going to enter their credit card up here to get the SLO. They're going to check the box that they want the order bump, and then they're going to get sent to the upsell page. And that's another setting that you want, that once they buy this offer, they're going to be sent to the upsell. They do enter their credit card once, and then when they go to purchase the second thing, it's just going to basically say you want to use the same credit card. So that's kind of the structure.